Mara Siriano's community successfully reunited her with her teddy bear. But there's much more to this story, like tears and Ryan Reynolds. I'm Pamela Pagano, and you're watching Kind Time.
My mom gave it to me Christmas of 2017, kind of as a reminder that I'll always have her with me. The Bears recording basically says, "Hi Mara, I love you. I'm so proud of you, and I'll always be with you forever." And the first part of it is in Filipino, which is my native language.
Hi, Ate Mara. Mahal na mahal kita. Always remember that. You need not to know. No matter where you are, a part of me will always be with you forever.
Now, tell me about the journey that stolen bag brought you on.
It's been a really wild couple of weeks for sure. But on the 24th of July, my fiance and I were moving from one apartment to another, just basically down the street in Vancouver. And we had a couple of friends who were helping us out, and one of them was biking over to the new place to meet us. We got a phone call saying that he got hit by a van. So of course, I started panicking. So of course, I hop out of the U-Haul, I drop everything, and I just go to my friend. What I didn't know was that my fiance didn't see me drop the bag, and I was just so panicked that I didn't tell him that the bag was there. And it was really important. Everything in there, I had like an iPad, I had a Switch, I had super expensive electronics, and most importantly, I have this bear, which is hands down my most prized possession. The bag was down after I set it down. Somebody saw it in the alleyway, looked left and right to make sure no one was watching, and just took off and ran with it. So I was obviously like very devastated as soon as it happened. I was running up and down the streets that night. I was looking in all the dumpsters that I could. I was asking anyone who would listen to me if they've seen a bear. You know, the story is pretty sad. It's the last thing I have left of my mom. And so I emailed CBC at like 7 a.m. on a Saturday because I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I was already up. And luckily, like miraculously, they got back to me within the hour and they said, "Okay, our reporter is starting her shift at 10 and she'll call you." And the whole time I was talking to her on the phone, I was just crying because it was really fresh still, and I really didn't think I was ever going to see the bear again. And she just was so moved by my tears. She said that she tweeted about it, and Ryan Reynolds must still follow local Vancouver news because he saw her tweet and retweeted it, not only giving us exposure, but also saying that he would give $5,000 to the person who helped me get my bear back, which is wild. It's just so wild.
What was the moment when you were reunited with your bear?
So because of all of the social media awareness, I guess, and we have it on camera, the person stealing the bear or the bag from the alleyway and running off, and somebody recognized him from those videos, and he knew about the reward, and he also kind of lives in the same, you know, they run in the same circles. This person is also living in a tent on the streets. And so it's really great that he was able to give us the bear back, because I'm hoping that the reward money is going to help him turn his life around, you know, and get him out of that situation. So I think it's really great. And there was two of them. It was him and his friend, and they each get $5,000 as a reward. And I know it's pretty crazy. And so we have a few benefactors. Like the reward money actually went up way higher than I ever thought it would be. So I thought, you know, each of them can get $5,000, and then the rest could be donated to the hospital that took care of my mom in her dying days. And I thought that would just be a perfect, you know, full circle coming back to them, because they were so amazingly kind and compassionate to me and my family. And I would so love the opportunity to give them, you know, more funds to be able to do that for more families that were going through what we went through.
After experiencing such kindness with strangers and social media helping you find your mom's voice again, what does kindness mean to you?
I always try to live a life every day that my mom would be proud of, you know, and my mom was absolutely the kindest and most generous person that I've ever known. And, you know, she would take the shirt off her back for you. She would go into debt for you. She put a few of my cousins through university, and kindness meant everything to her, like to the point where I was afraid that she would get taken advantage of sometimes. But the way she lived her life has impacted me so greatly. And I think it's because she was so kind. And that's all I ever want to be. I just want to treat everybody the way I'd like to be treated. And that's with complete compassion and kindness and giving them the benefit of the doubt. And if everybody did that, then the world would be a much better place.